1 in 3 women are affected by heart disease.
1 in 3.
That could be your mother.
Your sister.
Your friend.
The 1 in 3 was me.
It was me.
It was me.
And me.
Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in women,
taking more women than all forms of cancer combined.
We're taking a stand.
And advocating for change.
Together, we're unstoppable. Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me go red for women.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I hope you all can hear me well. Welcome to the first ever digital American Heart Association's Twin Cities Go Red for Women Evening of Empowerment. It's so great to have you all here tonight. My name is Heather Brown. I'm the morning anchor over at WCCO, and I am honored to be a part of this evening. Like most of you probably, zooming in from home. I have my 2 little ones downstairs. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that Frozen, the movie, will keep them busy for at least the program here. But if not, they do have their red on. Hope all of you have your red on today to support this evening, to support this program. I hope you were inspired by tonight. This may be your first Go Red for Women event. Some of you, though, this may be your 17th. You may have been here every single year. Either way, however you are joining us, whether you're at the office, whether you're at home, we're so happy that you are here this afternoon with us. You heard in this opening video that cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of women. More women's lives are claimed every year from heart disease than from all forms of cancer combined. And the reason that you are here tonight, the reason you are spending part of this evening with us is because you want to change that too. Go Red for Women is the American Heart Association's global initiative. And the idea really is to remove those barriers that women face to have good health and good well-being. During today's program, you're going to hear from some amazing, amazing women. First of all, you have the 2 campaign co-chairs who are just incredible. You're also going to hear from a local cardiac arrest survivor. But what's really cool about this evening is you're going to hear from some awesome women who are doing some incredible stuff in the community. This is all part of an exciting new program. It's called Minnesota Empowered to Serve Business Accelerator. And Heart Association, it's supporting these local women as they launch businesses to address health disparities in our community. Obviously, something we know that is so important. And they're coming up with such creative ways to really get at the root of this big problem here in the Twin Cities. And then be sure to stick around for the end of the program because we want you to choose a fan favorite. You're going to hear from 8 of them. It's going to be hard to pick. I promise you. I've seen their videos. They are awesome, but we want you to pick one because that person will receive a $2,500 grant. A poll is going to pop up on your screen after you hear from all of the candidates tonight. And then after the program, each of these candidates will get sort of this MBA type training, and then they'll have an opportunity to have an investment grant of up to $15,000. That's going to be on a final event. That's going to be held in April. So big thank you to the Mayo Clinic and to Cheerios for sponsoring this accelerator. It's going to do wonders for these organizations. Just want to take a minute because we want to thank all of the sponsors that are making this afternoon possible, that are making this event possible. The national sponsor, CVS Health, thank you. Gold sponsors, as we mentioned, Cheerios, Mayo Clinic, and Medtronic. The silver sponsor, Canadian Pacific. We have a bunch of bronze sponsors, Boston Scientific, Integer, Optum, Radisson Red, and of course, the print media sponsor is Minnesota Monthly. You can see a whole bunch of other event sponsors that are listed there. Cub Foods, Dorsey and Whitney, M Health Fairview, Medica, Medtronic, the Heart Institute Foundation, Prime Therapeutics, Sleep Number, all great groups. But with all those corporate sponsorships, which are so necessary and so important, where Go Red for Women really relies on is the generosity of people like you to really fund this life-saving research, to advance public policy, to address those health disparities, and to really make sure that all women can have good health and good well-being. So Thank you to the 2021 Go Red VIPs, the ones who've donated in advance there. Look at how many you are. Thank you so much for doing that. If you haven't had a chance to donate yet, we've made it so simple for you to be able to do that tonight. You go, you donate, there you see it right on the screen. Text Go Red MN, all one word, to 41444. You'll get a text message. That'll give you a link where you can just quickly, very easily go complete your gift. The silent auction is going to be open until tomorrow at 9 p.m. So be sure to check that out. Another thing you can do is share your red on social media. Love to see you snap a selfie, get the kids in there, get the pets in there. It'll be fun. Hashtag Go Red MN. Post it on Instagram, post it on Twitter. It'd be super fun there to see how everybody is going a red. We want to introduce our Go Red co-chairs, Dr. Courtney Jordan Beckler and Tiffany Boyd. Dr. Jordan Beckler, she's the medical director of the Emerging Science Centers at the Minneapolis Heart Institute Foundation, focusing on Women's Science Center and Prevention Center. Tiffany Boyd is the Senior Vice President and Chief People Officer at McDonald's USA. Please give these two incredible women a warm welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Heather. It's great to see so many people zooming in from all over. For this event, I'm zooming in from my house, and I'm super thankful to be with my son, Will, and my mom, Rosemary, here celebrating all of this evening tonight. Tiffany, you're looking festive this evening as well.
Wow. Well, thank you, Courtney. And I so wish I were there with you in person and with all of our guests who are here online. However, I have to admit, the beauty of Zoom is that you can be dressed fabulously up top and totally comfortable on the bottom. I am wearing my red necklace in honor of this event, and I'm super excited to have my family here. My husband, Colbert, my sons, Evan and Ian. They're not rocking their red, but they are certainly big supporters of me and of this effort that we're celebrating tonight. I know that this time during the pandemic has allowed so many of us to spend more time with our families, which has been a real treat for me. And it's fun hanging out with them, at least most of the time, although I think we all benefit from our breaks and time alone as well. What about you, Courtney? How have you been spending your time during the pandemic?
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. There's lots of things about COVID I have not liked, but I have enjoyed doing a few more rounds of Crazy Eights and some games of Sorry, some of which I have lost to some people in the room here. I know I truly speak for both Tiffany and I in that it's been such an honor to chair the Twin Cities Go Red campaign this last year. It's given us a chance to connect with other women who are passionate about making positive changes in their community. With that, we want to say a special thank you to the executive leadership team who has worked tirelessly over the past year to advance the mission of Go Red. Even during a global pandemic, we were able to launch the country's first business accelerator program specifically focused on women's health. We're very proud of that. This work wouldn't be possible without our ELT sponsors and individual donors. I want to be sure to recognize our local Cor Vitae Society. These members give an annual gift of $5,000 or more to the American Heart Association. And while I know they appreciate the networking and gathering opportunities, they're passionate about being part of the American Heart Association's life-saving work. Thank you for your dedication to saving and improving lives.
You know, thanks for that, Courtney. And in addition to those who give financially, we also want to thank those who give their time, the local volunteers who so bravely share their stories with us. And you saw many of them in the opening video. These survivors are why we are here tonight, to work to close the health equity gap that so many women face. You know, Minnesota often tops the list of healthiest places to live. However, did you know that depending on where you live in the Twin Cities, it can make a big difference in your life expectancy? And long before the COVID-19 pandemic, systemic challenges such as lack of access to quality healthcare, jobs, education, and housing really contributed to these inequities. Courtney, I'm sure you see these inequities play out, in the work that you do every day. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. It's unbelievable how large the life expectancy gaps are in just a few miles in the Twin Cities. I see inequities in women's healthcare and outcomes every day. Let me be crystal clear what I'm saying here. There are worse outcomes for women compared to men as it relates to heart disease. We go down a step further, and unfortunately, women of color suffer even more compared to white women as it relates to heart disease outcomes. Women have been underrepresented, uncounted, undiagnosed, untreated. Women have been simply left out of studies. We absolutely need to change this. This year, to help address some of these disparities, we've launched an exciting new project, the Minnesota Empowered to Serve Business Accelerator. The accelerator is for local Minnesota entrepreneurs focusing on improving health inequities for women in the 7-county Twin Cities area.
We are so excited to hear from these ladies, and throughout the program, we'll learn a little bit more about the things they're doing to address health disparities right here in our own community. Their businesses fall into 3 categories: fitness, food insecurity, and healthy living. These women are great examples of the types of grassroots efforts needed to make change. Their work, combined with the large-scale research and program efforts of the AHA, are so critical to ensure that women have a fighting chance. All 8 candidates will receive 4 weeks of MBA-style business training and will have the opportunity to receive grants up to $15,000 at the Empowered to Serve Business Accelerator finale on April 1st. So be sure to mark your calendars, ladies, for April 1st and join us to hear more about that program. At the end of tonight's program, we will ask you to vote for your fan favorite. And the overall fan favorite tonight will receive a $2,500 grant. So be sure to watch the poll at the end of tonight's program in order to cast your vote. So Courtney, should we start by meeting the candidates?
Yes, let's get to it. The first 2 candidates, Allison with CardioMelon and Valerie with VF Health Fitness Solutions, are addressing health disparities through fitness. Let's take a look.
CardioMelon is an online fitness program that's the first of its kind to combine thinking exercises with cardiovascular workouts to support healthy aging for adults over 50. While you're moving your body, you're also thinking, and the challenges are kind of fun. You're going to be spelling your name in reverse while you're marching, or you're going to be doing push-ups and doing math problems at the same time. But it really keeps you on your toes, and that's what our members have told us they really love. It's not like anything they've done before. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for women in the United States. Further, 2/3 of the people who have Alzheimer's are women. So CardioMelon's goal is to empower women to take control of their brain and their physical health through fun, easy to use, and low-cost home fitness. With funding from the American Heart Association, CardioMelon would be able to hire female fitness trainers of color so that we can make diverse content that will appeal to as many women as possible across our communities. Also, we'd like to create scholarships so that financial access is not a barrier to healthy behaviors and fitness. And then finally, we'd like to do some outreach to educate about CardioMelon as a low-cost resource for improving physical fitness and cognitive fitness across communities in the Twin Cities.
VF Health Fitness Solutions is a company that I started in 2014. I provide fitness programming and health coaching to the community at little to no cost while working with organizations to provide that service to my community. We offer high quality, culturally appropriate, fun and inclusive wellness programming for underserved communities such as North Minneapolis. The grant funding goes to continuing my classes. Right now, I am self-funding the classes. Also, it would help to certify the training, the VF Health Fitness Solution training that I am providing for my students. Another piece of it is to really help me with marketing. The marketing that I need is for the corporate wellness aspect of it, because I really want to launch that piece of it.
These are just two of the women that you're going to meet tonight in part of this program. You're going to hear the remaining candidates shortly. Don't forget, it's going to be tough, but you're going to have to vote for the fan favorite at the end. But all of them, just incredible. So we really appreciate them being here tonight and talking with us and just being so creative in all of their wonderful ideas. Now, though, time to introduce the Go Red Talk featuring Stacey Besky. She's the Vice President of Global Marketing and Business Strategy at Medtronic. So, Stacey, why don't you take it away?
Thank you, Heather. I was born to a 16-year-old girl who dropped out of high school and was on a lifelong road of addiction to drugs and alcohol. I spent my childhood living in poverty, transient. I lived in over 25 places during elementary school alone. I had no access to healthcare. I had minimal support at home, and at age 5 became responsible for my younger sister. The cycle continued. I never knew what to expect day to day and was witness to many hardships. The statistics state 1 in 5 children grow up in a home where a parent abuses drugs or alcohol. They are 10 times more likely to develop substance abuse. 30% of children raised in poverty do not finish high school. Only 1 in 10 low-income students will attend college. Children from low-income families who do not complete high school are more likely to become teenage parents, to be unemployed, to be incarcerated, to have persistent health issues. They are less likely to pursue careers in STEM and are underrepresented in the executive and leadership roles. I am not defined by these statistics. My name is Stacey Besky. I am a wife, sister, aunt, and mother of 2. I have a doctorate in cardiovascular physiology, and I am fortunate enough to work as Vice President of Marketing and Business Strategy at Medtronic. By most accounts, the odds were stacked against me, but I don't share my story for pity or praise, rather to motivate you to take action. The most common question I get about my success is, how did you defy the odds? What made a difference in your path to success? How did you break the cycle? I recall the first time I was asked this question, and quite frankly, it took me by surprise. My experiences did not seem unusual or different because it was just part of my journey, a chapter in the story, but not the main storyline. After much self-reflection, it boiled down to 3 things that made a difference. First, I found a passion for science early on in life. I entered a science fair in 5th grade and won a new backpack, and that was a pretty big deal given my personal situation. I went on to develop a love for STEM and had many teachers who supported and encouraged my curiosity. I earned a scholarship to college and went on to graduate school, where I was supported by an American Heart Association grant to study autonomic control of blood pressure and obesity. I went on to do a postdoctoral fellowship at Harvard, where I was granted a fellowship from AHA to continue my research. Not only did I have great teachers along the way, but scholarships, grants, and fellowships like the ones from American Heart Association provided an opportunity that would not have been otherwise possible. Second, I was exposed to amazing women who mentored and guided me at critical junctions in my life. My grandmother, from my chosen father, was my rock. She pushed me to go further than I thought possible, challenged me to be more, but most importantly, believed in me. She died at 83 from heart failure. My mother, despite all of her issues in life, lived many of life's hard lessons, and I learned from them. She died at age 53 from complications with diabetes and a medication interaction. At the time of her death, with no health insurance, she was taking over 30 medications prescribed from over 20 different doctors. My sister, who also works at Medtronic, has been at my side and a constant and true supporter. During my professional career, I have been mentored by amazingly talented and smart women, many of whom are participating tonight, and you know who you are. These women not only emulated authentic leadership, but they shared their insights with me, coached me, and provided invaluable feedback. Lastly, I chose not to succumb to the helplessness of my circumstances and in turn advocate for change, pay it forward. Devoting my time, energy, and resources has been a constant since I was in high school, and my life has been greatly enriched. I attended an AHA first aid and CPR training course and began teaching community CPR in college. Over the course of 3 years, I taught over 5,000 people CPR. I have given countless seminars to women on the risks of heart disease. I have participated, sponsored, and led over 50 AHA walks, runs, and fundraising events. Why do I do it? I do it because I believe that if I can have a positive impact on an aspiring young scientist, save one person's grandmother from heart failure, prevent one person's mother from an untimely death, it will all be worth it. If I can provide 1/10 the inspiration, mentorship, and sponsorship that the amazing women who lifted me up to the next generation of successful women, it will help turn the tide for those facing unimaginable challenges. I will conclude with this thought. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. And as Dr. Melchior Lim said, there is no exercise better for the improvement of our world than reaching down on a daily basis to lift someone up. Thank you for attending the Go Red for Women event tonight and allowing me to share my story. I ask only one thing of you in return. On a daily basis, make it a habit to extend a hand to lift someone up, not just a one-time event. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
Wow. Wow. Stacy, thank you for sharing your story. I think you all said it best in the chat. I heard incredible, awesome, amazing, inspirational. We're lucky to have you, Stacy. We so appreciate you and all that you are doing. So obviously, so many women here tonight. Lucky to have you be with them. Proud to have you be a part of this group, part of this organization. And, you know, if she doesn't get you to take action, I don't know what will. So extend that hand. Stacy Besky, thank you so much. Let's take a look at two more of these candidates here. We have Carlene with Dine for Dinners, and we have Jana with Food RX. These two are both addressing food insecurity within their communities.
Dine for Dinners is a unique organization where we provide a unique dine experience to pay for meals for those in need. We have an unconventional business model where the clients have an in-home unique dine experience provided by a personal chef with their guests. And the client also determines the food organization that the donation will go to. 25% of the cost of the event goes towards the food organization of the client's choice. Pre-COVID, 1 in 11 was suffering from food insecurity daily. And today it's 1 in 9. And by our organization providing meals for those in need, we're working to close that hunger gap. I would use that to firm up my strategic plan for the business for food health education for young individuals, as well as for establishing a matching gift program to grow the donations.
The Food RX program is a chronic disease management program. We deliver culturally specific nutrition food prescriptions that include education, recipes, and other support to be able to help these individuals. So the Food RX program is addressing the food insecurity gap and connecting health and hunger to our local partners, our healthcare systems, health plans, and community organizations. We focus on those 4 chronic diseases: diabetes, hypertension, congestive heart failure, and ischemic heart disease. We really need to continue to expand just the program in general and to continue to reach our partners and reach our patients' preferences the best to our ability.
Hello, it's very nice to be with you today. I'm Adela Alvarez. Are you watching the video? I'm a cardiac arrest survivor. 7 years ago, I was doing a Zumba class, and in the middle of the class, I didn't feel well and I collapsed. And one of my friends, Nan, jumped in to do CPR on me for more than 20 minutes until the EMS came. When they came, they had to shock my heart 5 times until finally they got some pulse and they were able to move me to the hospital. So I'm alive thanks to the CPR that Nan did on me. I can say that she saved my life, but really CPR saved my life. Surviving this cardiac arrest let me spend time with my husband and celebrate my 50th birthday. I spent time with my family in Argentina, visiting them after many, many years. And also to see my daughter's graduation, to be with her and my kiddo. And also the last one was celebrate the wedding of my son in December in Duluth. So I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so thankful to God to give me this other chance to live. And for the last 2 years, I've been teaching CPR, and I teach already more than 200 people. I'm so glad that I'm able to do it. And I share my story, and I am creating awareness about the importance of doing CPR. So today I have two things to ask you. The first one, learn how to do at least hands-only CPR. You never know when you are going to be calling to save someone's life. 70% of the time that cardiac arrest occurs at home. So you need to be ready to save your loved ones. In the American Heart Association, online, you can learn hands-only in a couple minutes. And in second place, I want to ask you if you can please consider to give a financial gift to the Go Red for Women. Your support is going to go a long way, helping improving a healthy life for women. Also, funds for research specific focus on women, and also to advocate for legislations that they need to be done. And together with your help, we can save some other woman lives, like my friend did it on me. But also we can give more time, more years for women to live and spend with loved ones. Together with your support, we can give everybody more time to live. So thank you very much.
What a powerful story and perspective. Thank you so much, Adela. Bystander CPR and medical advancements saved Adela's life. It allowed her more time with her family, to see her daughter graduate from college, and to see her son get married this winter. Other women like Adela are counting on us to fund research, education, and medical advancements.
Absolutely. The truth is, women are less likely than men to receive bystander CPR, and Hispanic women specifically are disproportionately affected by cardiovascular disease. The American Heart Association is partnering with the University of Minnesota's Center for Resuscitation Medicine to host virtual community CPR events in English and Spanish through May. Go Red for Women is the driving force behind accelerating science, advancing public health policy, addressing the multitude of gender and racial gaps for women in research, healthcare, and more. We need your help to continue this important work. To donate today, text GoRedMN to 4144. That's GoRedMN, all one word, to 41444. You'll receive a text response with a link to where you can quickly and easily complete your gift.
Yeah, thank you, Courtney. And any gift is appreciated, and we hope you give at a level that's significant to you. But in case you're wondering where to start, we do have a few suggested giving levels. First, you've heard a little bit about our Cor Vitae Society, and this includes an incredible group of women who make an annual gift of $5,000 or more. If you're able to make an impact at this amount, I'd love for you to join my family in contributing at this level. Second, you've heard us talk about the importance of CPR and how it saved Adela's life. She had 25 minutes of CPR, and thankfully somebody was there who could perform it on her. A $500 gift trains hundreds of students in hands-on CPR. And when you give at this level, you will also be mailed a beautiful red bracelet. Hopefully you all can see my bracelet, courtesy of EverEve. So thank you to our friends at EverEve for that donation. A gift of $250 helps fund life-saving research that will save and improve lives. Women, especially women of color, continue to be underrepresented in research. And African American women represent less than 3% of the female cardiovascular disease clinical trial participants globally. And the AHA is working to close these gender disparity gaps, and your gift can help. And then finally, the donation level that is really special and precious to me, it is a special level in honor of my mom, Kathleen Lang, who unfortunately passed away last year at the age of 70 after suffering multiple strokes. And despite her struggle, I am encouraged to help other women live well beyond 70 with better access to healthy living options, to research, and to quality healthcare. So I hope you'll join us in making a meaningful donation. You know, statistics show that more than half of Black women have cardiovascular disease, including stroke. And they aren't just living with the burden of it, they're dying from it. You know, for decades, the mortality rate due to cardiovascular disease has been higher among African Americans than all other ethnicities. And as I mentioned, not only have I lost my mom, but I've lost my grandmother and other women that I love to heart disease and stroke. And I got involved with AHA because I really want our community of women, our community of women of color, our community of Black women to be informed, empowered, and well. I believe we can beat this, and AHA is really here to help us. Now, I know we all have our own reasons for going red and giving to the American Heart Association, and I would love for some of you to share in the chat box why you've chosen to go red. Courtney, maybe you could start by just sharing a little bit more about why you got involved with the American Heart Association.
Absolutely. I got involved with the American Heart Association back in 2007 when we were working to pass the Freedom to Breathe Act, which was getting rid of smoking in bars. And I was in my training at the time, and I absolutely love having the opportunity to work with patients one-on-one, but it was really exciting to be a part of something larger, working together in partnership to work at the population health level and ideally prevent people from ever becoming patients. And that's part of why I continue to be involved with the American Heart Association now. Your donation will help the American Heart Association close the equity gaps that we've been talking about and unlock the power of science to find new ways to treat, beat, and prevent heart disease in women. This funding is critical so we can change the trajectory for women and especially women of color.
You know, the time is now, and Courtney is right. The need is so critical. And our strength is really unmatched. I mean, there is no greater, more relentless force in the world than women united with passion and purpose. And so on behalf of both Courtney and I, we are so pleased to have had this opportunity to bring visibility to these women entrepreneurs, to have this space to ask for your donations and to enhance the visibility of the health equity gaps that exist for women. So we thank you to everyone who has donated this evening, and I'll turn it back to Heather.
Thank you both so much, not only for being the event chairs for this evening, but for donating, for sharing your stories and sharing your why and why you're here. It's a good reminder of why it's so powerful and why we need to do this, why we need to be a part of this evening and give to this event and give to the American Heart Association. Also want to thank the Go Red for Women executive leadership team, because they were really the ones that made it possible to launch this accelerator. Because now is our time. Now we're going to meet the 4 final candidates here. We have Kimberly with Get Up and Get Moving. We have Batala with Insight News I Heal. Marley with Reviving Roots Therapy and Wellness. Shay with the new MPLS. These candidates, these are all addressing disparities through healthy living. So what you want to do is you're going to see these 4 candidates here. You're going to see their videos there, but then stick around, because afterwards, that's when we're going to have the chance, the very difficult task we're going to ask you to do, to choose your fan favorites. So thanks so much for being with us today. Let's go ahead and meet those final candidates.
Get Up, Get Moving is a program that I designed to help people from all walks of life live healthier lives and prevent disease in their lives. Certainly, it will also improve the quality of life. Get Up, Get Moving actually has a 30-day challenge for nutrition and/or activity. And with this 30-day challenge, participants email us, they register, we have a great start date, and we start together so they know that they're not alone when they do this. Maybe someone's been diagnosed with high cholesterol or high blood pressure, heart issues. First thing the doctor's going to say is get active, walk, do some cardio. So this is also to improve that quality of life, but it's also a preventative measure. Hopefully will prevent heart disease and all the other diseases that come along with non-active lifestyle. I would use it to really broaden the scope of the program and really to promote it and get it into communities where it will make the largest impact, lower income communities, communities of color, and really partner with those organizations that are telling people to be active, but not telling them how to be active.
This project builds on our history of addressing health disparities through our reporting and programming. It advances health equity in North Minneapolis and other urban communities in the Twin Cities. Residents in North Minneapolis experience some of the worst health outcomes in the state. The COVID-19 pandemic and the murder of George Floyd put a spotlight on the root cause of these egregious disparities, and that cause is systemic racism. And that is why we are using our platform and our reach to advance health equity through storytelling and investigative journalism, actionable research, convenings, and programming. This is a very new project for us, so we are in startup mode. We are fundraising, we are building a team of people who will help us carry out our mission. So that's writers, investigative journalists. Those are contracting with community health workers, people who can help us conduct surveys, people who can facilitate focus groups, and also too, people just to help us build out the organization so we can, again, grow and carry out our mission.
Reviving Roots Therapy and Wellness is an organization that offers mental health therapy mainly to people of color. Our focus is offering trauma-informed and culturally aware therapy services to people in the Twin Cities. Most of mental health therapists and mental health providers in Minnesota are white. I think it's about 98%. And so this project kind of gives us an opportunity to offer some more representation, racial representation into the field and to the people that are receiving services so that they feel heard. I've partnered with Strive Publishing, which is a Black-owned publishing company in Minneapolis. And so with the grant funding, I would use that money to help fund the publishing process of the journal.
The new MPLS contracts our services on the back end to make fitness and wellness affordable to communities. So most of the classes are donation-based. Due to the pandemic, we've moved online. So we teach group fitness classes, and then I coach companies for wellness. We focus on teaching people how to eat, how to eat healthy through fruits and vegetables, how to cook for their family on a budget. I have a little mini show called Meal Prep with a Twist, and I bring in local chefs to help create meals under $20 for families. So teaching people diabetes prevention and how to change that for their family, focusing on heart disease, and then focusing on arthritis prevention too. We'd like to expand our services to eventually be able to have a brick and mortar. So to be able to teach classes in person in our own facility, and whether it's wellness classes, whether it's nutrition, whether it's fitness classes, but to encompass all that in one location that would be for ourselves and for the community.
There you go. There you have it. The work every single one of these women are doing is so important, so valuable, and truly so inspiring what they've taken on here to address health disparities in our community right here. I told you it was going to be tough. You had no idea it was going to be that tough. These are all the Business Accelerator candidates. Following tonight's event, all 8 finalists, they're going to start up 4 weeks of online business training. Then they're going to present their proposed business solutions to a panel of expert judges. This will be at the Empowered to Serve Business Accelerator finale. That's going to be held in April. So at that time, the top 2 candidates will get $10,000 and $15,000 to implement their solutions to address these disparities, to come up with their solutions to better women's health. Evereve, who you saw with the bracelets there, they're donating new clothing to the top 2 Business Accelerator candidates in April. Modern Well is also offering a year of collaboration workspace for the chosen finalists. So Evereve and Modern Well, thank you for all that you're doing there. And I have our winner. I have our fan favorite. I'm excited to announce Shay from the new MPLS is tonight's fan favorite in the Business Accelerator candidates. So congratulations to Shay, $2,500 grant. Everybody just keep up this incredible work and look forward to seeing you all on April 1st. This is the end of our program for tonight, but of course, so much more work still to be done. Thank you for attending this evening. You're really helping make history, addressing these health disparities, empowering women, helping women's health there. So go ahead, live fierce, go red, stay warm, stay well. Thanks, everybody.